So this is the first step you'll have to follow to set up WUZEN correctly on your VPS. Before setting up things on your VPS, you should follow this. So for that, you need to go to bot father, a simple username. You need to go there, and you need to start bot. You'll see something like this, and you'll have to obviously create a new bot, and you'll have to repeat these steps 4 times because you'll have to create 4 bots and 4 groups. I'll tell you how. So right now I'm creating a bot. So let me create the mainstream bot. So I'll name it main. Like this, I'll copy it. So now I'll have to enter the username. I'll just enter bot at the last, or I'll just enter robot at the last. So here you will get the token, and you might want to save that. So this is how you get the token of the first bot, and then again you'll have to go and do the same new bot, and again you'll have to get all the tokens simultaneously 4 times. So this is what I've done. So in here I can show this is the bot that I've done for keylogger, and named the group KY. Now I'll tell you how to go into the groups. So for that, you will have to click here, create a new group, and you just randomly can create a group without adding members. You can name it like it was for the mainstream. You can name it main, and then create the group. You'll get option to add the members. Obviously, remember you have to copy the username of your bot. Remember the username of the bot. So it was Zydroid main robot. So exactly, I'll find that on a global search because it's publicly available. So I'll click on that and add the bot to the group. So we have created the main group. Next thing is to give admin permissions to the bot in the group. So I'll promote it to admin first. I'll give every permissions, and even give it a tag as main if anyone needs that. I'll save it, I'll let it go, and I'll see if any other permissions is required. The next thing is to add another member to our group to get the chat ID. It's not a member, it's actually a bot. So the name is a simple ID bot. I'll just add that to the group, and as soon as I add that, it gives me the group ID, and obviously my user ID will be hidden. And after that, you can copy the group chat ID from here. Supergroup ID is the chat ID required for WUZEN. So like that, you'll have to create 4 groups simultaneously. See, I've done it like that, and these these tokens and the group chat IDs will be used in setting up the VPS, which I'll show you right away. So now that when you're done with getting the chat ID as well as the bot token from bot father for the 4 groups, the main thing you have to do is enable topics for the groups for WUZEN to in order to work. So to get there, you'll have to click on the pencil icon above the group icon, and then click on topics, and then enable topics, and then hit back 1 time, and then click on the tick mark above, and then go back, and then check again for the manage topics permission. So this is crucial. So obviously it was given beforehand, and I'm going to save it. Now it is totally ready to enter WUZEN. We are ready with the zip file, your VPS, obviously your VPS-IP and the SSH password, the one-time license server keys, the bot tokens, and the chat IDs, obviously. So the next thing on your Windows machine, this tutorial is especially for the Windows machine users, because most of the use cases have been found that people use Windows over Linux or anything like that. So let's move on to how to transfer this file, this wuzen.zip file, to your server without accessing any other public domains, or if you don't want to pass on these crucial files on those public domains. So we have this SCP. This is a method to transfer from any machine to a VPS. So we will use that. So the command goes like this. So basically it can be different for anyone. So I'm under users public documents, and you can see the path over here. So wherever your file is, you just need to copy the path as it is, hit Ctrl+C, and open your PowerShell as administrator, and then when we are back, I'll zoom in a bit. So I'll write scp, the path to the file, which I just copied. I might have to copy it again. So I'll copy it, I'll paste on over here. Then I'll type, giving a backslash, I'll type the name of the file. I obviously remember it's wuzen.zip. And then I'll hit a space, then root at, obviously, the IP of your VPS. And then I'll specify the file path as shown here, just like this. After the IP, you hit a colon and then a root, and then inside a Wuzen folder with the name Wuzen. So I have done that prior to it. So just click enter, and it will ask for the SSH password. I'll enter it. So now you can see the file is being transferred to the VPS inside the root folder and the directory called Wuzen inside the root folder. So once we are done, we'll clear it. We'll go to our VPS. We'll SSH to our VPS now. We'll again ask for the password. So to make, in order to pass on, if you don't want Wuzen to be on the root access, you can create a new directory over here. The command is make dir Wuzen, or any folder name that you might want to give it. So it will generate a folder, and let's go inside the Wuzen folder now. So as you can see, there's a zip file present in the Wuzen folder. You might want to unzip it. So now we have this much things inside the Wuzen folder. So the only thing necessary now is to go with /build.sh, or in case if it is not green, if it's not showing green in your case, you might want to give it permissions like chmod +x build.sh, and then probably it will turn green, and then you can simply type build.sh /build.sh and hit enter. Now that it has taken my host IP as the host and set the port to 1854 as the default port, I'll take that as well. So the main group, now as it was configured, I'll have to copy it simultaneously. So this is the bot token of the main group. I'll copy it and I'll paste it here, and I'll hit enter. I'm clicking right, I'm giving a right click to paste. You can do it similarly. Enter, and then the chat ID of the main group, and hit enter, and then similarly the notification group, copy, paste, enter, and then the chat ID of the notification group. So you'll have to keep it saved on a notepad or a file like this, or even from the Telegram you can copy it. I'll repeat for the keylogger as well. The final one is keylogger. No, it's the second last one. I'll hit enter, and I'll copy the chat ID again, hit enter, and then finally the screen logger one. I'll copy the web token, bot token, and then the chat ID for this. So this is just needed, and when I hit enter, it sees that NVM is already installed and every updates have been installed. It's giving it a push to make our server up and running with Wuzen. I'll drop in this scp command in the description so that you get it, and we'll let it complete. It's fetching some files. So the tweakers had upgraded the build.sh to fully installed in one go, that every dependency is necessary. So I had installed and tested it previously, so you can see 0 upgraded or 0 newly installed. But there are some files that are needed, but it will create. Now you can see that it has directed me that the server is running, and it took less than 2 to 3 minutes for everything to boot up. In your case, it might take 5 to 7 minutes because it depends on the download speed of your VPS and the RAM of your VPS. So we'll give it some time to boot itself, and we'll click on the link given, or we can copy it like this, Control C, and go to our browser, open a new tab, and go. Boom. So as you can see, our server is running WUZEN now. So I'll quickly copy the one-time server key which is provided recently on the channel. So I'll put it like this here, and I'll enter, and then I'll specify the dashboard password. So this is basically, there are two dashboards in WUZEN. This is the build dashboard, and the other dashboard will be experienced once the APK is installed on a device and it triggers to open the extended panel. So I'll enter WUZEN as the password, click OK. I'll say no thanks to saving the password. So in here, once you go to the settings, you'll find an option, change the language over here, so you can turn it to English, and obviously save it like this. So now that that's turned in English, you can read the text. Now what we can do, we can tap to set the logo. So I had paused the video to get a logo for the app in order to work, so I got it. I simply tapped here and selected the logo, and then I'll just write the app name as the channel name. And in order to put in the server URL, you might want to copy from the above, and copy like this, remove this, and remember to keep it like that, the exact server and the port. And the web URL is obviously the URL which you want it to show. I'm putting it like this. I'll hit on build APK. Now obviously the build is successful. We can download the APK from here. And after that, we are back to the chapter 4, where we will see how the APK is installed and how to FUD it. Currently I've done it, I'll show you right away. It's live on my phone. I've uploaded it on a Google Drive, so I'm ready to install it. So now when I click on it, I've already given the permission to install, so it will ask me to hit install, and as soon as I click on install, it's getting scanned. I'll show you the device specs a little bit later. I want it to directly come to the point, so I'll open the app. Obviously it's using a dropper module. It's asking me to give the battery permissions. I'll keep recommended. I'll go back, and it has a Google Play like an update screen where the user will click update, and it will ask for the permission. Obviously we'll have to give that, and it shows this message because the FUD is not so perfect. I'm using an open source FUD. So I'll have to click OK, and then our app is renamed to this due to the FUD. Don't get confused, it's the same APK, I just did an FUD over it. So now we'll have to give that app the permission, the access. Then we'll go back once more and allow every permissions. And then the final one, accessibility. Obviously one more warning screen. And to be honest, I'm using it on an authorized device that I own, and I request you to obviously practice the same way. And as soon as I hit back, it shows nothing because the URL is not working, and I'll keep the phone as it is. Now I'll go back to my Telegram. I must have received the device info on the mainstream. I've just gotten the click on the mainstream, and click on the first topic that it has opened, and then I need to click on the open extended control panel. This is where you guys will see the control panel, the second control panel, which is the extended control panel. You can access it from your mobile device for your portability. You can click on the link, and then obviously the dashboard password you remember is WUZEN, all in caps. Then I'll click login. As you can see, the device is active and I can access it from the browser. I'll go to, there are so many fucking features over here, and we'll click on the hidden VNC, which I think is the best of the best. You can see the device doesn't show anything on the screen. It's just runs flawlessly. We can hide a show screen